supermarket, you might have the same groceries in your basket, but the bill is a lot higher at the checkout. This budget is about giving people a bit of extra help and putting money back in their pocket. It is the largest social protection budget package in the history of the state today, over 2.6 billion worth of measures, and it focuses on supporting our pensioners, our carers, disabled people and working families. Our older people have worked hard all their lives. They have helped build up this country. I want to make sure they are looked after in their retirement. This budget will see double pension payments in October and December, a €200 living alone lump sum for widows and older people, a €300 lump sum on fuel allowance, and from January a couple over 66 will be able to earn €1,048 per week and still qualify for the fuel allowance, ensuring thousands more pensioners will qualify for a payment. A universal companion pass for all over 70s so that they can bring their son, daughter or friend on the bus or train with them. And just with my rural hat on, I know that country people don't like driving in Dublin, and I think this is going to be a very popular measure. The state pension will be increased to €289 per week from January, representing a €41 increase in weekly pensions over the lifetime of this government. Lascan Corla, I am sick to the teeth of people giving out about child benefit being a universal payment. Do working people not deserve some support? Young families are under pressure. They're working hard, they're paying their mortgages, they're paying childcare, and I want to help them. This budget will see a double child benefit payment in November and a second double child benefit payment in December in the run-up to Christmas. I'm also increasing maternity, paternity, adoptive and parents' benefit to €289 per week, meaning these payments are now on a par with the state pension as the highest in the social protection system. And we're introducing a new treble child benefit grant for newborn babies from January. Lascan Corla, I have been contacted, and I'm sure you have too, by many women over the last 24 hours whose babies are due to arrive in December. They're worried that their babies will arrive too late for the double child benefit payment at the start of December, but too early for the newborn grant in January. As a mother, I do not want to see any woman or baby miss out. So I'm pleased to inform the House tonight that babies born in December will be eligible to receive the newborn grant when their mother receives their first child benefit payment in January. So don't worry, the Christmas babies will be looked after. I want to thank my colleagues, particularly Deputy Alan Farrell, who raised this matter with me. The good news is when those babies get a little bigger, they can now look forward to receiving a hot dinner when they start primary school. And I have to say, it's one of my proudest achievements in politics to have grown the Hot School Meals programme from a small pilot project to universal provision in 2025, which will see every primary school child in the country receive a hot dinner in the middle of the day. The hot dinners is a great leveller. All the children sit down and they all eat together. There's no stigma attached to it. All the children are treated equally. Not having to think about what goes in the lunchbox every day is one less thing for busy parents to worry about when they're heading out to work in the morning. I will also be working with the Taoiseach's Department and other stakeholders to deliver a pilot project to tackle holiday hunger over the holiday periods. Our Taoiseach Simon Harris asked all ministers to focus on child poverty as part of this budget, and he supported ministers in driving forward this agenda. The child support payment will replace the old IQC payment and is targeted at low-income families. I am increasing the rates to €50 per week for under 12s and €62 per week for over 12s. And annually, these payments are worth €2,600 for each child under 12 and €3,224 for each child over 12. These are targeted payments to tackle child poverty. In addition, I am increasing the income limits so more families can qualify for the working family payment, and there will also be a €400 lump sum working family payment in November. I move on to carers. Family carers, as we all know, work 24/7. I recognise our family carers, I listen to them, and I've worked hard to try and enhance the supports available to our carers. Last year, I passed the legislation to ensure that long-term carers will have access to the state pension. This year's budget will see double carers payments in October and December, a €400 carers lump sum in November. Carers benefit will be extended to the self-employed. The carers support grant will be increased to €2,000, its highest ever level, and carers allowance will be made a qualifying payment for fuel allowance. There had been no changes to the carers allowance means test for over 13 years before I was appointed Minister for Social Protection. Since coming into the department, I have doubled the means test income limits from €332 for a single person and €665 for a couple in 2021 to €625 for a single person and €1,250 for a couple in 2025. This means in 2025 a couple will be able to earn €1,250 per week and have €50,000 in savings and still qualify for the full carers allowance payment. I know more needs to be done on the means test and more will be done in future years if we're given that chance. When you look at the pitiful supports provided to family carers in Northern Ireland, carers know exactly who they can trust. There is also a major package of supports for people with disabilities as part of this budget. This includes a €400 cost of disability grant in November, 2 double payments in October and December, and a €20 increase in the domiciliary care allowance to €360. A €12 increase in weekly disability payments. Disabled people will also benefit from other target supports such as the €300 fuel lump sum and the €200 living alone lump sum. Lascan Corla 2025 will see the introduction of 2 generational reforms of the Irish social welfare system. The new pay-related benefits scheme will commence on the 31st of March 2025 and the first enrolments under the new auto-enrolment pension scheme will commence on the 30th of September 2025. As Minister, I have driven these 2 major reforms. I designed them, I have passed the legislation, and I am delighted to announce the start dates as part of Budget 2025. This week, I will sign the commencement orders to ensure that there can be no going back, and they will become a reality in 2025. This is my 5th budget as Minister for Social Protection. I have learned at this stage, no matter what we do, it will not please everybody, and there will be always calls to do more. We can't do everything, but we can, and we should, give a helping hand to those who need it most. When you look at this budget in its totality, the lump sum payments, the weekly increases, the targeted measures, I believe this is a package that delivers for our old people, delivers for our carers, delivers for people with disabilities, and delivers for working families. And ask yourself this: does this budget make life a little bit easier for people? I believe the only answer anybody can give to that question is yes. Gura maith agat.